Rip. So I figured out what was causing the squeal on my BMW S1000's front wheel here. It was the speed sensor. We went ahead and took a little of the torque off the bolt that connects the sensor to the basically the fork here. And now all we hear is your typical brake drag. So if you do have that squealing issue, it's probably, a squealing of that nature is probably this damn sensor. So I'm just going to take it out and clean it with some contact cleaner, and that will resolve it. And if that doesn't resolve it, I'll just replace the sensor. I'm pretty sure my 2014 is out of warranty, so I'm just going to take it upon myself to try to fix it here. So without even removing the sensor here, there is either sand or some kind of grit in between the ring and the sensor itself, if you listen real close. And I'm betting that's all it is. It's just some sandy grit or something in there. So I'm going to go ahead and try to pull it out and then clean off the sensor real gently without breaking it and paying $1 billion to BMW. Let me get that out here for you. Oh yeah. Yeah. So definitely some residue and particles on the sensor itself. I'm going to go ahead and clean off the magnet and throw it right back in and see if I've got any ABS lights or error lights. So real quick, with the sensor out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and wet a Q-tip with some contact cleaner and go ahead and clean out the place where it slides in. Giggity. And I can't really get it with the camera, but I'm just going in there with a damn Q-tip and some solution and getting the rest of those metal shavings off. So with your bolt reinstalled, go ahead and see if you've got any squeals. Both directions. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, probably shaking the camera. There is no rubbing on the ring itself. If there is rubbing, it sounds like you're going over speed bumps, like the wheel's going over speed bumps. It sounds awful. Okay, real quick. Now, squeaking like that is usually not caused by debris in between the disc and the sensor. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be because your front wheel isn't aligned properly. I found this out the hard way when I took mine to a shop to get the front wheel put on. Now, if your front wheel is out of alignment and cleaning the sensor did not fix it, it's not bad. So you're going to go over to your right hand fork and undo the pinch bolts here. Get those loose. You do not have to take them out. And then go ahead and loosen your axle a few turns. Just like that. Obviously that was pre-loosened. Then you're going to go over to your left hand side here. With your axle slightly loosened, you're going to go ahead and loosen your pinch bolts on the left hand side of the bike. Sorry for my heavy breathing, I'm extremely out of shape. Go ahead and loosen these here. With those loose, go ahead and give your, I'll call it the axle nut, go ahead and give it a little tap with something soft and a rubber mallet. Now with that done, go ahead and tighten your left-handed pinch bolts, sorry, left side pinch bolts to 14 foot-pounds if you're in the US, alternating between each bolt. That one's in. That one is also in. And then go ahead and tighten your axle. So the front axle should be torqued to 37 foot-pounds. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. Now that that is torqued properly, we're going to come back and torque the right-sided pinch bolts here to, like I said before, 14 foot-pounds. There she goes. There she goes. There. And now with those torqued properly, you can actually go ahead and check your sensor and you should have a nice little gap of, I know it's something weird, it's like 0.8 to 1 or 0.8 to something millimeters of space. I don't know off the top of my head, but a good rule of thumb is take 2 business cards, stack them on top of each other, and slide those between your sensor and ring. And if all of that works out for you, you should have a nice quiet wheel, besides of course your brake drag. And like I said, if you have any other questions, just holler at me and I'll answer them down in the comments below, or just get with me. All right guys, ride safe, have a good one.